Chicago is the place to have fun this weekend as the NFL draft is upon us. I am doing a stand-up, but you may be part of it if you want to.
I just want to hear about yourself, so I'm wondering
what are your thoughts on Draft Town?
It's very cold, but it's a lot of fun.
That is the takeaway. It is freezing outside, but everyone's out here having fun at Draft Town. The Bears, who are sitting at 11, and that's the guy that's being mentioned to going to them. What do you think is their best move? Could they possibly trade up to get someone maybe like a DeForest Buckner who's sliding? What would their best move be? Night 2 of the draft is wrapping up as the red carpet has ended. A lot of NFL greats and current players have walked through it, but the lights are going off literally on us right now as the show is over. What is your goal for next season? I know you don't know what team you're going to be picked at, but what is something you want to accomplish going into this season?
My goal is to be the Rookie of the Year.
How do you feel about the Chargers pick Joey Bosa? What do you see in him that you think would be a great fit for the Chargers? Have you seen Batman vs. Superman?
I have.
What are your impressions of it?
Well, Batman just kicks butt.
Chicago was the center of the NFL universe this weekend. Hundreds of thousands gathered at Grant Park to celebrate one of the league's premier events, the draft. For the second consecutive year, Draft Town was the place for fans to be, to experience all the activities and events. You could get a moment of gridiron glory, even if you were wide right on your field goals. Don't have the speed of Alshon Jeffrey or Marshawn Lynch? It's okay, just sprint your way to the end line in a 40-yard dash. Test your vertical and see how it stacks up against the pros. Even the youngest of fans could run around the Place 60 obstacle course or just throw around some footballs. For those who prefer to be less active, how about a picture next to the Lombardi Trophy? Maybe you want to see Jay Cutler's locker. Or how about hopping on for a ride on the Ferris wheel? If you were at Draft Town, there's a chance you could run into just about anyone, including current Chicago Bears chairman George McCaskey, who is checking out the weekend's festivities.
You saw what happened when they moved it from New York to Chicago, 200,000 people over a 3-day festival. NFL fans driving in from all over the country, and a very warm, welcoming environment, and they're continuing here in year 2.
DePaul students are getting in on the Draft Town experience as well.
I would say all the people here, it's awesome to see all the people coming together, fans from all over the country. It's awesome. We see all teams, like Steelers, Chiefs, all of them, like, come on. The best thing is you see the draft right there, like.
It is freezing outside and it got dark, but the fans are out in full force right here to celebrate the NFL draft weekend right here in Chicago. A lot of fans from a lot of different cities. Everyone's having a good time. This is what Chicago's all about. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Jim Alexander. Many feel Jessica January is just scratching the surface of her potential. This past season, she led the team with 211 assists. She's now set to return as one of the team's premier players next season.
Everyone is just going to have to play a different role next year, and we're going to have an entirely different team. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. And we have other good senior leadership from Brooke Schulte, Jackie Grant, and Mary as well. So it's going to be fun.
January doesn't just excel on the court. She's just as talented in the classroom. Recently, January was named the Division I Women's Basketball Scholar Athlete of the Year, a feat only accomplished once before by a Blue Demon athlete. The Public Relations, Advertising, and Communications Media double major boasted an impressive 3.95 GPA.
It really means a lot. This is a really big honor, and I'm just really grateful to have been able to earn it. But I've always been really competitive in school and high school, and I think just earning this award has really solidified my choice in coming to DePaul.
DePaul head coach Doug Bruno is proud of January's accomplishments.
Well, Jessica is a very, very competitive human being in everything she does, and she's really irritated that 3.95 is not a 4.0. If she was sitting right next to me, she'd tell you she's irritated about that. That's how competitive she is.
January envisions life after basketball.
Well, growing up, I've always loved sports, so I definitely want to pick a field where I can stay around sports. So whether that's going into the PR or an advertising field and working at an agency or a firm, and somehow with like some sort of sports, it doesn't have to necessarily be basketball, or I also want to go into either like sports broadcasting or be like a sports analyst or sports commentator. So
It's hard to doubt that with her will and competitive drive, January won't succeed in whatever she does in life. If you happen to be on the third floor of the Daly building on DePaul's Loop campus, you might hear loud sounds coming from one of the rooms. No, there are no ghosts. What you'd be hearing would most likely be DePaul sophomore golf sensation Freddie Thomas hitting golf balls inside the small practice facility. To stay sharp and ready, Thomas practices his game using the PGA Tour Simulator machine, a virtual computerized program that puts you on a professional golf course of your choice. It's a way for golfers like Thomas to get a feel for a professional course that they hope to play on one day. But before Thomas tries to reach those heights, he's still learning how to adjust to life as a student athlete, especially balancing traveling to and from college golf tournaments with his schoolwork at DePaul.
Probably the time management, responsibility skills. We'll fly in like a Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, early. I'll have a midterm the next day. You really have to stay focused, stay on task.
Freddie's an amazing talent. To keep the balance of academics and athletics is amazing. And he's in a very stringent academic world with honors accounting.
Thomas finds himself in a unique situation with his twin brother Bobby also on the team. But don't let brotherly love fool you. When it comes to golf, their competition is intense.
It's competitive. Neither one of us likes to lose to the other. We really are trying to always beat each other, and I think that drives both of us.
The only thing he can't seem to beat is a soft drink.
I have a Mountain Dew addiction.
If he keeps performing at the same high level in the classroom and on the golf course, he will be given all the Mountain Dew that he needs. Blue Demons clinched the Big East regular season title with a 9-1 win over Creighton. Before that, they had to get through their final home game of the year against local rival Northwestern. On to the highlights. Northwestern didn't waste any time getting on the board, going up 1-0 in the top of the first. The Blue Demon bats were ice cold. Northwestern pitcher Amy Letourneau had a no-hitter going until the fourth inning, when DePaul first baseman Kelly Gardner lined a single up the middle. The rally helmets were on, and DePaul got it rolling in the bottom of the sixth when Naomi Tellez smacked a single to score a runner from second. The next run came right after that, when Morgan Mays scored on a throwing error to first. But the Blue Demon lead didn't hold, as Northwestern responded in the top of the seventh with a two-run homer, taking a 3-2 lead. However, the Blue Demons weren't done. With the bases loaded, a poorly handled fielder's choice by Northwestern led to a DePaul score that tied the game. Leave it up to Tellez again to come through in the clutch with an RBI flyout that scored a winning run, sending the crowd home happy and notching DePaul a win in their final home game of the season.
Yeah, you don't feel, I just feel like we were right there all day long. We kept the game close. Northwestern's a great offensive team. They got a great team batting average, a lot of kids with a lot of power. They're one of the better hitting teams in the Big Ten and in the country.
The first run of the game came in the bottom of the first when Nicole Peel was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to give the Demons their early lead. Catcher Naomi Tellez extended the lead by smacking a single to right field, scoring another run. The Demons piled up 7 runs after 2 innings. It was downhill from there on. Relief pitcher Megan Leyva put the game away in the 6th inning by crushing a 3-run home run to end the game, breezing to 11-2 victory and sweeping the Hoyas in the doubleheader. The Demons improved their Big East record to 5-0 on the season.
So, Jim, a big day for the Blue Demons softball team.
It was. They're doing a lot better than my thumb right now, but that's right, Diana. DePaul softball season is well underway, but as we know, softball in April can be dangerous. But how about snow? That's right, snow. A DePaul doubleheader against Georgetown was canceled off due to the ridiculous weather, so they played it the next day. Now the issue was wind, but would the swirling wind stop the Blue Demons? DePaul's school record was broken when track and field runner Jeffrey Sattler crossed the finish line in the 800 meters with a time of 1:49.93 a new school record. So don't challenge this man to a race, you won't win. Morgan Mays was named to the NFCA All-Region team. It's another great award for the senior and Big East Player of the Year, as she ends her DePaul career and rides off into the sunset, wherever that may be. Hopefully somewhere much warmer, like Arizona. The Mares, they've had a great season so far. It's not over yet, but the DePaul softball season's coming to a close, and it's truly been a remarkable season. The Blue Demons clinched the Big East regular season title with a 9-1 win over Creighton. Men's head basketball coach Dave Lado has been busy lately scooping up players from around the country to play for DePaul. The latest of those signings is junior college transfer Tredarius McCallum, who arrives by the way of Indian Hills Community College. Not that you knew where that was anyways, but it's yet another recent signing that should boost the team's hopes for next season. DePaul Athletic Director Jean Lenti Ponsetto picked up a Medal of Honor this past weekend. Ponsetto received the prestigious honor from the National Ethnic Coalition of Organizations at Ellis Island. The ceremony included dinner and fireworks show over the Manhattan skyline. Now that's a way I'd like to spend my weekend. It's really nice to have a fireworks show for you, pretty much. So great things happening. Another honor for DePaul, Diana.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to be in New York right now, right?
Yeah.